This is a Poet Punch podcast. Hello.
Alright, so...
Who up making they shit right now?
Who up making...
Who up making they make an episode?
They make an episode.
So, fellas, Fantastic Four comes out soon.
It comes out...
Today slash
technically
tomorrow.
today slash yesterday.
Yes. So like how we did the Captain America one, and we did the Thunderbolts one.
Yeah.
We're doing a Fantastic Four one.
Yes, we are.
With the Maker.
Yes, we are.
Right. We've had some thoughts for a while about this one.
I've been thinking, much like Reed Richards.
Pondering. We've been making ideas.
Yes.
We are the maker of thoughts.
Some fantastic thoughts.
Fantastic thoughts. Ru is in the studio, looking like she wants to kill herself.
Yes, much like Ben Grimm.
Much like Ben Grimm in the Ultimate Universe.
You
get the bag chicks, Johnny. I just
think about suicide. Suicide is badass.
Right. So those of you who don't know who the Maker is just Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, eventually turning into a villain.
It's the best
in
crash
the simplest
out of all
way.
time.
Yeah. It is essentially what happens if you remove Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four family, and you have him become an isolated, genius villain character similar to that of Doom.
Yeah.
And then the main theories that are on the internet right now, in terms of what the Maker could be in the Marvel universe,
would be that it's one of the previous.
It's the Miles Teller one specifically from 2015.
Yeah,
mainly because that universe.
Yeah, because that universe is very clearly inspired by the Ultimate Universe, like this, like we were, just
or at least specifically the Fantastic Four beats. Yeah.
Though there are also rumors about the original Fantastic Four, Reed Richards being in the movie.
Just for reasons.
We'll discuss what we think
for Reed reasons.
For Reed reasons, we'll discuss what we think is coming in that movie at the end of this episode.
Are we?
We're doing predictions.
For the upcoming Fantastic Four one. Wait, in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I already know what my theory is then. It's just going to be an end credits.
Yes,
it's just going to be an end credits at best.
Let's discuss...
Let's make a...
Stick.
Right. Okay, so we rewatched it yesterday, right? But because that movie is dog piss...
We did watch it in Polish.
We watched it in Polish, and then I think French for a bit, and then
a bit of
at no point did we have subtitles that really correlated properly for more than like 2 seconds.
The subtitles were in Greek, I think.
Yeah. Because we've seen that movie before, and it is dog ass. And then I think we got to like the 50-minute mark, and then we literally put it at times 2 speed just to make the process.
And it was still slow and boring.
The best bit about times 2 speed is that you realize how boring that movie is, just in terms of beats and pacing. Like, you'll have them walking in a corridor for no real reason, and then stop, and then deliver their line.
Yeah.
At least 5 times in a row in sequence.
Very George Lucas type of directing.
I don't agree. I feel like you're disrespecting George Lucas every time.
It's George Lucas directing dialogue specifically is
no,
very much
because George Lucas at least has them walking and talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
No.
Yeah,
George
true.
Lucas. This is an offense to George Lucas because
George
Lucas's dialogue is ass, but his choreography for them delivering the ass lines is good. Whereas this is ass dialogue and zero choreography for the delivery of the ass
dialogue.
Yeah.
And
it literally feels like the CPU is pondering. It's like, hold on, I have to deliver my line. I now have to look through the directory of the line that is appropriate for this situation. I will then turn and deliver my line.
But anyway, enough about Fantastic.
But that's the whole prep for now.
So...
I've got a new idea.
Yeah.
We set this isn't the Fantastic universe. This is the Whiplash universe.
No.
No. And then it's the drummer
Shut it
guy.
Down.
It's
Shut it down.
It's the drummer guy.
Can't hear a thing.
What do you mean you can't hear a thing? Did you mean
I put the music on.
Did you just shut me down?
Yeah. The state media
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is there already. Is any of this recording? I don't know. I don't trust you anymore.
It is recording. I just played music over you.
Can you put it off?
No, it plays.
It's off now.
For a specific amount of time.
How dare you? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Top Gun. Yeah, did you think about that? Top Gun has Bob in it. Top Geezer. Top Gun. Yeah.
You see, the problem that I have with that is that those are great movies, and I'm not touching them. So
Fan Stick. Right.
I think
we'll get away from that, and now we'll get back to it.
I think we got away from it.
Yeah, we went away from it.
We got away from it, and we're back.
Yeah, and we're back.
I think we can do better than them.
Yeah. So
we're making a sequel.
We've been doing back and forth about this for a while.
5 Stick.
But my main pitch originally was that we just get Miles Teller, and then it's a whole other universe, but it just technically references him. I don't agree with that logic anymore.
Because the movie is so ultimate.
It's basically
Fantastic Four. Like it's the
no.
few
There are
issues,
certain components of it that are so Fantastic Four, which is basically everything up till when they get into the, basically everything building up to them getting their powers.
Yeah,
is Ultimate Universe, and then the other half of that movie
is a Sony movie.
Is like it's got nothing to do with Ultimate Universe. Yeah. It is just. Someone was like, what if we just fuck everything?
Yeah.
Like, what if we just shit all over it? And then they vaguely... my favourite bit of the finale of that is that they're like, God, we got to try something new with defeating Doom because we just threw ourselves at him one after the other.
And then they cut away from them discussing.
And then they think about it, and then Miles is like, I have a plan. And then they just throw themselves at him one after another again, but this time it works.
Yeah.
There was no development, and it was a sequence that was like 10 to 20 minutes long, and there was
Doom has no motivation to do anything.
He just likes the end zone or whatever. Is it called the end zone in the? Yeah. Well, it's called the end zone in the comics. What is it called? No,
it's called the end zone in that. It's called the negative zone, I think, or is it? I don't know.
No, they call it the end zone / the negative zone in the comics. Yeah, what do they call it in the Fantastic?
I think they just call it the other dimension.
Right.
Because they probably were like, end zone's a bit too... Well, like football? American football, obviously.
American football.
Yeah.
It's like, audience listeners, it's like rugby, but ass.
Yeah, but they stop every 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid.
The ball changed hands. Stop!
See, this is mainly just for Bri at this point. He's the only one that's going to be listening to this that's American.
Don't move. We got to
think about what we're doing right now.
The possession has changed sides. All right, we're going to both quickly swap out our entire team for our... We're going to swap our offensive side to our defensive side.
I didn't know any of this was a thing, and I find it...
So they have like a substitution of like a full team.
See, in the UK,
that's stupid.
Right? That's stupid. What we do is we just hug each other aggressively for a little bit, and then we find out where the ball goes from there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how I used to play rugby anyway.
Well, that's basically how I used to play.
But I was really shit at it, so...
I was good at it in that I could just run.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I was just big and I could run.
Bad calves.
Sad.
Yeah, so I think that we have to think of a way to turn Miles Teller's Mr. Fantastic into a real piece of shit.
I think it's very doable because he was already becoming a real piece of shit. He just left while they were all struggling. And then they joined the military while he was just in Mexico or something.
Yeah, but I think if we're going to do this right, we have to show them working well.
Yeah, so the bits that I enjoyed, because we also watched a little roundup of the Ultimate Universe, Reed Richards, just before watching this, right? One thing I really like is that they just have a space adventure in the end zone after they kind of do the first round of defeating Doom.
Mm.
The way I would start this entire pitch would be that it's a TV special.
Right.
And then you have the first 10 to 20 minutes of this be them visiting the end zone. Them finding an alien being, like they do in the in the comics. And then Johnny Storm kind of literally crashing because he hasn't had any food. It probably
shouldn't be the end zone, it should be space then at that point, right?
Sure, because they can get away from whatever the fuck their version of the end zone is at that point, and they can go to space, and they can realise that Johnny Storm literally needs to eat masses of carbs in order to survive because of the way his powers work. during the space adventure where they're running out of supplies.
I think the idea is that like he has to eat. If he eats every day, he can eat a normal amount and it's fine. But if he stops eating, like his body very quickly starts consuming itself.
But the reason why I like that on a very simple level is because there are some major flaws with the Fantastic Four 2015 movie that gets solved in that dynamic. One, Sue, Ben, and Johnny and Reed all have a conversation with one another where they're trapped in a room. Right?
Yeah.
Because there is a fundamental problem with that movie where Sue and Ben
do not interact.
They only exchange words with one another at the end.
The very end. And it's
in
very
that memes
much
to ship. And say that again, Fantastic Four sequence.
Yeah, it's very much not even a real
she's not really directing it to him. Yeah. She's directing it to the group. It's just that he happened to say the line or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's already a dynamic where they're all talking to each other, which you kind of need if you're going to make it a TV special in 60 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then also, you get the ability to show that Miles Teller's maker, Reed Richards, is more interested in seeking information about space
than he is about
Johnny.
Saving people. Yeah.
So it's an immediate beat of, that's out of character from what we know of this kind of hopeful Reed Richards in Fantastic Four First Steps or the 2005 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
We see I have not quite learned how to, empathize with another.
Yeah. It's like, well, this is really bumming me out.
So, maybe we can stay for a bit longer.
Johnny,
he's dying.
Johnny, your dying is ruining the vibe of my learning.
Yeah. My exploration of the stars is being ruined by your death. Cringe.
I could come back, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think that's a good start because then he doesn't necessarily have to stick to that. It can just be his initial reaction. Can't we stay a bit longer?
Yeah,
and be like no, and be like fine.
It also throws you into the action immediately.
Yeah,
because it also it gives a perfect amount of kind of I guess they've moved on from where they were in 2015, and they've kind of been a team for a bit, and they get to go to space now.
And we don't need to say how long it's been as well.
Yeah, we just say it's been an amount of time. Yeah. Roughly 3 years, maybe, that kind of deal. Where it's like, who the fuck cares? But it's been a year and a bit, at least.
It's now 2017.
My God. Yeah, Brexit has happened in that world now. Donald Trump is the president.
Yeah.
Again, but not quite again.
No, the first time.
Yeah.
Wow, political. Anyway.
Political.
Yeah, commentary or something.
Commentary.
So
hold on, let me get this blacklisted real quick. Epstein files.
They don't know what that is. They don't know what that
is.
They
don't know what Epstein is.
He doesn't get arrested until 2019. Yeah. So,
but the audience does. Little Easter egg for the audience. Yeah, they know what the Epstein.
The maker
files.
goes to Epstein Island. I swear, I did go to the island, but I didn't kill the kids.
To Epstein Island, but purely for research for some reason.
It's the Danny DeVito in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia being like, I went to the island, but I went for the snorkeling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we before that?
So, I think we need to think of... me personally, I still think that Doctor Doom should be the villain... should be the antagonist of this that gets usurped by the maker by the end of the special. I think you need someone to compare him to.
I think you do need a Doom. I'm just genuinely terrified of using their Doom. And the problem is that the other option for Doom is dead.
Yeah.
It's the 2005 version is dead. And then Robert Downey Jr.'s version is obviously reserved for the Doomsday version.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only actually viable option for putting Doom in this story is a fourth Doom.
No, I think...
do you really want to touch the 2015 Doom?
I think all you have to do...
I'm in a gimp suit!
I think
I don't like that they touched the negative zone, because it's now my land.
Is that when they pinged him off, he was sent back to Earth, and he went and he crawled his way back to Latveria,
right? Where
he then became king,
right?
And this has all been kind of happening in the background, and no one's really been paying attention. But he's been seething this whole time on his throne, and he's got a better mask.
That's great, and all. I just don't like that Doom.
Yeah, but I like that actor, so I think it
we're already
work.
pushing it, trying to make the 2015 cast viable.
I think.
Do you get what I mean? It's already a stretch.
Yeah, but like, bear in mind.
Do we have to?
Wait,
Do
yes.
we have to? Fine.
I personally think yes, because I think you need him to be the contrast for. It's like, oh, Reed's becoming more and more like Doom. Interesting. Oh my god, Reed has surpassed Doom and has become worse than him.
Right. Hear me out. They were originally planning on making that 2015 Fantastic Four part of the Days of Future Past X-Men stuff, right? Just do Magneto.
Oh, like Michael Fassbender?
Yeah. Because Magneto's already in the Ultimate Comics as kind of a Fantastic Four villain in some elements.
Because of Ultimatum.
Yeah. Just put Magneto in there instead. Because Magneto's already actually in a stat, like the first class version of Magneto is already quite a compelling villain.
The only problem with that is that you then have to establish that yes, this does take place with the
in the
X-Men,
Fox universe,
and I don't want to do that. How you're feeling about Doom?
No. Hear me out. Different universe, same actor. Different universe, same actor. You put a big fat old scar on the side of his face or something, so it's establishing that he's different.
Give him the long,
make him go bleach blonde.
Yeah,
right. Fat old scar, bleach blonde,
big, like red helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, so
no, fuck that Doom, because that Doom is complete ass.
Right.
On so many levels. I don't think you could even redeem him by giving him a Latveria story. I think he's just like you just got to wipe it clean. He was a more compelling character when we were dubbing the film last night and pretending he was a Twitch streamer.
Yeah,
like he was.
I don't
little behind the scenes on this.
Explain exactly what we had to do to get
audience listeners in order to we watched all the Fantastic Four films yesterday.
The first two,
so the first two,
good.
Which are good. I like Rose the Silver Surfer less, but it's still good.
I still think it's good.
But what we can all agree on is that Fantastic Four 2015 is so dog ass that in order to watch it truly, you need to fake dub it, mute it completely, put it on ×2 speed,
and then have Subway Surfers running.
And then have Subway Surfers running on the background or something.
It's ass.
It is ass. So, but unfortunately, it's quite a good building block for an Ultimate Universe Miles Teller story.
Yeah. So, I think, like, if not Magneto, then should we do?
What do you mean? If not, he's great as an option.
I know, but then we have to explain.
He's genuine. No, we don't. No, we don't.
You have to explain that mutants exist, and
people are already going to be asking questions of why are you bringing back the 2015 cast. They are.
No.
They are. Just accept the fact that it's a TV special, so you can just refuse to answer these questions.
Hold on. I'm not talking about the fact that like the audience. I know the audience is going to be against this already.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
What I'm talking about is the fact that you've got an hour to get across like a story that goes by, which is why like, and you
don't have to explain it.
But then if you don't, it's like a bunch of things just happen for an hour.
It's already more compelling than the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but like we're not trying to.
I don't know what your hook like your hold up on like this. All you have to say is it's kind of like the Ultimate Comics, and then the Magneto is also there. So people know that the Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
Again, you're not listening to me.
I don't get what the point. Okay,
I'm not talking about an out of universe explanation. I'm talking about an in the piece explanation.
I don't think you need the in the piece explanation. But I think you do,
because they don't talk about mutants once throughout the whole of the original film,
right?
And then to be like, oh, and mutants exist and Magneto is there. It's very jarring.
I think Doom is back is more jarring than Magneto is there.
I don't think it is.
I really do.
They get away with it in Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but Rise of the Silver Surfer that's one of the weaker points of that movie.
Right, but it's also kind of a staple of those movies, is that like Doom...
Also, they get away with it more in that movie because they're going for a more comic book feel.
Right.
Where you can have the returning character.
But he literally was shot into the teleportation device pillar
at the end of the
movie. He's supposed to.
I'll compromise on this. Only if we can only have Doom in there for 10 minutes.
That's what I'm.
At minimum, like maximum 10 minutes.
He's only there to contrast.
I still think that my Magneto idea is better, but I'll accept this.
Okay, but I don't,
because you seem very holed up on the idea. That's like, you got to explain the mutants. No, you don't. You just say they're there. Fuck them. No. Fuck the audience.
No, it's not fuck the audience. It's the
fuck you, Feige, and fuck the audience. I'm on my Maker arc right now.
Yeah. But okay, because also Magneto, as good of a villain as he is,
right?
He's not evil.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to compare him. There's nothing thematically that compares him to Reed Richards turning into the Maker. Because Reed Richards becoming the Maker.
No, I would argue the opposite actually. Because Reed Richards becoming the Maker is someone good becoming evil. So someone with high principles becoming evil and twisting those principles. Magneto is literally a very principled person who becomes evil because he is so principled to a fault. Do you see?
No, because the Maker's more of a apathy creates evil, whereas Magneto is more of an empathy creates evil. Yeah. And Doom is a spite creates evil, which is closer to an apathy creates evil than an empathy does.
Your Honor, I'll allow it. That was compelling. I just don't want to use the 2015 Doom. That's my main problem with this.
We can redesign his look.
Hold on, new pitch.
We can redesign his look.
New pitch.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'll only accept Doom if you put an MF Doom song in during the sequence with Doom.
Sure.
Right.
One beer. Sure. I'll take that deal.
Right.
on the non-existent edit of a movie that I don't see.
Imagine if you actually pitch that to Kevin Feige. It's like,
it has to happen.
We refuse unless you get.
I genuinely believe there's a non-zero chance that over the fanfare Marvel Studios thing, they'll play an MF Doom song on Doomsday. Non-zero chance.
I think at least one person will listen to MF Doom in the background during a funny beat.
I think if they're going to do it, they're going to go for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually... That's your genuine belief.
Because the Russo
brothers... I like it, but that's your genuine...
The Russo brothers, for their movies, especially like with Endgame and stuff, they have songs playing over the Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
And I really wouldn't be surprised if they use the song that is literally called Doomsday.
Yeah.
Or they use like one of the other like famous MF Doom songs. Like,
yeah.
Do I want that? Probably not, because it will probably be, even if it's not cringe in the movie,
it will be people will be calling afterwards.
It cringe, they'll be like, but like even though MF Doom himself would probably have liked it because he's a huge Fantastic Four fan.
Yeah.
He was a huge Fantastic Four fan. There will be people who are like, it's cringe. And I'll kill those people. I will personally go to their houses.
You're now having a
and I will kill those people.
Why did you do that? What was the point there?
They're censoring me.
What do you mean? You censored yourself.
No,
I was about to say something, and then you were like, "Hold on, I have to pretend that I'm being censored."
Yeah.
Tom's having his own Maker arc. We're both having a Maker arc within the making of the Maker episode.
Yeah, we're both going to become very fucking evil.
And it'll be perfect by the end of Doomsday. By Doomsday.
So,
one thing we also have to remember with this.
Yeah.
In our podcast series, this has to bridge to Doomsday.
Yeah.
So he has to build the raft at the end, or something. Well, the raft has to be a thing by the end, I reckon.
I think that's, instead of building the Maker City, I think he's building the raft. He's building the raft.
Or the Maker City is the raft.
Yeah. Because bear in mind, we've already used the Maker in other projects as well.
Have we?
Yeah, we used him in the Metal episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
What did he do in Metal?
He killed Metal.
What?
Yeah. He's the big villain of season season 2 of Young Avengers that we made.
Right.
Because season 1 was Kang, and then season 2
And is he still the Miles Teller version in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all we have to do is have it.
I think that makes... So this is the origin story of how he becomes the Maker.
Yeah.
So that he then goes to the Young Avengers Metal episode.
Yeah.
So this is almost a flashback to episode 16 or whatever, Metal.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Who's to say? Right, so they're in space.
Yeah.
Johnny's dying. He's like, "Oh, can you stay for a bit more?" And then Sue Storm has
a big freak out and was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, so Sue Storm kind of A, expresses emotions, B,
talks to Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
And C stands up for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. We've written a strong woman.
Well, we've written a woman, which is more than Fantastic Four can say.
Which is they just put a woman on screen.
I genuinely though they did. I think they were so scared of accidentally objectifying her as much as the 2005 version
that they didn't do it.
That they just didn't
anything.
They didn't give her a character. Full stop.
At least the 2005 one has a character,
which I think is more telling of poor treatment of writing women than.
I think it's also very telling of the era of 2015 as well.
Yeah, it's just
of getting into that we can't. 2015 is the we're all.
The 2015 is we can't, and they're not exploring what they can.
Yeah.
Versus 2015 is just we have to just create an absence of something rather than we're just doing something new.
It's peak CW politics in media to the point where I
think at least the CW the characters aren't compelling, but they at least express emotions.
Yeah.
Even if the emotions are a little bit too real world and a little bit
the trickle down, whatever trickle up, trickle sideways
economics, horizontal integration, economic trickle down,
merger.
Trickling their brain right now.
Basically, means that you've got a bunch of studio execs that are well, we can't have her be sexy anymore, and we don't know anything else that we can do with women.
Women are sexy, but they're not now because of Me Too.
If they're not going to be sexy,
so if they are not sexy, what are they?
What are they? Yeah.
Don't speak.
You just told another woman not to speak.
No.
You were still in character.
I was talking about the character.
You just turned to Ru.
No, I just turned to Ru.
Don't
speak. Shut up.
Don't talk to me. No, okay. So yeah, so now we've had at least one scene where she's important,
which is big,
and so now they have to get back and.
So they fly back, and then Ben's like, "I'm going to take over the wheel." Oh, wait, also, we need that. I really love that sequence in the comics where Ben Grimm. We also need that sequence. No. We need the sequence in the comic book where Ben Grimm just says, "I need a break," and then goes in the spacesuit and then giggles to himself in the middle of space.
That's the opening.
That's the opening.
Yeah.
That is the cold opening.
Yeah.
Is literally we hear someone say, "I need a break," and then they go through the air lock system,
okay.
And they put the spacesuit on, and then they just fuck off into space.
Can I pitch something?
Right.
So this is a way that we use Doom. He's not on screen. For
Wait,
very
can
long.
I finish the Ben Grimm thing quickly? Because I know you're going to go on one.
Go.
Okay, this is essential because that man did not laugh a single fucking time in the 2015 version. That is mainly we're just fixing things really quickly in 10 minutes. We make Sue Storm say words to the rest of the cast, and we have Ben Grimm laugh. Right? Essential. Also, Johnny is kind of being cocky and then dies, almost.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
back to your Doom thing.
So, with his whole, I have to eat thing...
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make a suggestion, and I've got a point that I'm making with this.
Okay.
Is that we make that an illness that he has...
Right.
As it's not part of his general getting powers thing. It's a new development.
Oh, and right. It's
it turns out that the new development is something that Doom has done. In that he has figured out a way to he's trying to kill off the members one by one, and he's figured out how to do it to Johnny.
Oh, because he's more connected to the end zone or whatever in the 2015 version, so he's more able to manipulate the DNA of the
and what I want to do there is when they find out that it's him, Reed Richards is like, yeah, but I can't kill. I still feel bad. I can't kill the guy. And then we have the Ben Grimm going over to Latveria and crushing his head.
Oh, we really go that quickly through the beats of Ultimate Universe.
I think it's very much like a...
Alright, audience listeners, this is in reference to a certain part of the comics where Reed Richards has essentially done the maths. Like, he's crunched the numbers, and there is actually no universe where he can make the world perfect without Doom, while Doom still breathes.
Yeah.
And then Ben Grimm says, I bet. While Reed is like, I can never possibly do this. And he just crushes Doom's skull.
So I think that instead of it being like...
Which is wild to think about how Ben Grimm then becomes kind of the hero of that comic series, and then Reed becomes the villain. But anyway, go on.
So what I'm suggesting is that, like, we have it that he's done the calculations, and that instead of it being like the perfect world, because that's immediate like red flag, what the fuck, is that it's like there's no world where we as a team get to live and continue to do good
because
while
of what
Doom
the DNA manipulation shit he's doing.
And he's like, I've seen through it. Doom will kill one of us eventually. It's just the numbers.
So it's literally either him or us. And then he's like, I don't know what to do. And then Ben's like, I bet I do.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time. Just like how my older brother used to beat me up with a baseball bat and say it's clobbering time, because that was definitely an important thing to add to the 2015 script.
So is
that he has emotional, physical trauma, and then that's his catchphrase origin. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that we can kind of chop through it a bit, and
I think if we're going for 5 acts, Act 1 was space. Exposition was that, where they're learning about the new problem. The rising action is they get back home, Johnny's still in critical condition, Reed is doing the maths on how this has even happened. He realizes it's Doom, and then Ben walks off, and then the climax is that he has now gone off to Latveria.
Yeah.
Where the one problem I can think of is that we aren't quite explaining how Doom got back to Latveria. My other solution would be that the Thing goes to the negative zone on his own.
Maybe.
Which is already a big thing, because he's the one that lost the most by going into the negative zone in the first place. He goes into the negative zone, he finds Doom, he crushes his fucking skull, and then Reed can only just watch on those weird little monitors.
Yeah.
That I prefer that, because I think Latveria is a brilliant place in the comics, but the 2015 version is giving us nothing.
He's technically from Latveria, but
if we're doing a TV special, there's too much to establish with Latveria, and that Doom is so locked in with the negative zone that it makes more sense for Ben to just go into the negative zone, which means more for his character anyway, than just gets on a plane and goes to Latveria.
Yeah.
He walks for a bit, finds Doom, crushed skull.
They have a fight that's...
Doom's maybe still recovering from the previous fight as well.
Mm.
And so he's kind of weaker than he was kind of perceived in that 2015 version. And then Ben's crush skull comes back.
And then I think when they get back, I think that's when Ben has the kind of conversation afterwards of I don't want to live anymore.
Right.
I think it comes back from that and is like, I thought that would help or something. It hasn't.
Yeah.
You've given up. You've clearly given up on curing us. Can you just kill me?
Right. That could work.
Because I think what you do is you lay in the hints from the beginning that he's already feeling like shit.
I think you can do that easily with that, with the floating, him floating away and laughing for the first time, and then Miles Teller's character literally just talking. Amazing development. Miles Teller and Sue have a proper conversation with one another about Ben.
Yeah.
Amazing. Where they just say,
I've never seen
that's the first time he's laughed in, years.
Yeah.
There we go.
Done.
Which doesn't quite make sense in the 2015 version, because he says, I've got to say, it's fantastic, and then he kind of giggles a little bit.
And then I think you can, throughout, from the beginning of the thing as well, from the beginning of the special, you can have the proposal ring ready, and he's not quite sure when to do it. Because what I think he should do, I think that Johnny's condition only gets worse anyway, and Johnny's the one that dies. We're going for like a speed run of killing off or dismantling the team.
Think Johnny should die on that table?
I think Johnny dies.
And so, and that compels Ben Grimm to feel more suicidal because he literally killed someone in order to save his friend. And it didn't work. And not only did he kill someone, but he also killed someone that he's at least had some jovial times with.
Yeah.
Their version of Doom, he at least shared a beer.
Yeah.
With that Doom. And he's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
And it was for nothing.
Yeah. And then at the funeral...
And this is also great because you don't have to subject Michael B. Jordan for too much screen time.
And then at the funeral, you do the proposing to Sue thing, but it's her dead brother.
Yeah.
And then it's like... And that's the end of... I think that's really where Act 3
because you've also... they can't do the Storm death.
What, the
Franklin Storm death, because Franklin Storm is already dead by Fantastic...
Is he dead in...
Yes.
Did he die?
2015, he gets killed by Doom before he goes through the portal. You literally watched it yesterday.
I can't remember it.
Bro, you watched it yesterday.
I genuinely
Ru, you back me up here. Franklin Storm dies in that movie, right?
Huh?
The dad dies in that movie, right? Doom, like, when Doom's escaping, he, like, kills Franklin Storm. He's like, now, listen here, we can be reasonable. And then he's like... Pfft. And then the two of them are like, no, he's dead!
I won't lie to you,
am I the only one that looks at movies?
Wait.
That wasn't a movie, man.
Definitely Franklin Storm is dead and not just the guy from Brave New World.
Franklin Storm is dead at the end of 2015 Fantastic Four.
Wow.
That's like a character arc moment for them,
sure
supposedly.
Right, but I was just laughing.
Bro, he died.
Look, I was too busy laughing at the times 2 speed people running out of the...
Yeah, to be fair, we were watching it at times 2 speed at that point.
Okay, so
we can't do the... Anyway, the more important bit is that we can't do the Franklin Storm beat, so it makes sense that we can do the Johnny Storm beat. Right? I love how... Yeah. Anyway,
and then that's the end of Act 3.
And that's where the Maker... when does Walter White become
Heisenberg? Yeah. So I think Act 4 is like following... It's doing the following Sue Storm, trying to find
the falling action.
I think that like Sue and Ben have gone off. Like Ben has gone off.
Oh, so the end of the climax is that Ben feels suicidal because he's just killed Doom.
Yeah,
they're going to the funeral of Johnny Storm. Reed decides to propose to Sue Storm.
Yeah,
meaningless. I think the way you've got to do it is that Reed then walks off in shame.
Yeah.
And then you allow Sue Storm and the Thing to have a conversation with one another.
Yeah, another one. Yes.
Yeah. Big.
But then I think
because that's also the first time they've only talked to just each other.
And I think we do a time jump as well.
Right.
Where
we do a time jump where he's back at his parents' home.
No, I think we...
I've actually got a really good answer for this. So in the comics, they do the thing where he goes back to his like shitty dad.
Yeah.
And he's got to live with them. And then that house gets exploded by aliens that are coming in, blah, 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 blah. And then it gets... Anyway. The way you do that instead is that the main person who was like a hindrance to Miles Teller's the Maker character in the 2015 version was that teacher who just didn't understand anything he was doing. So you have him return to that primary school, and then be a teacher who is in the staff room with that guy, and that guy is essentially saying, "This is where I knew you would end up."
Oh,
where it's like you were going to it, and then it's like
I would say there were still hints that his parents didn't like him still.
Right, but I feel like the TV special and you're establishing things quickly.
I think
it's easier just to round up.
I think that what you get is that you get like him. You get like you cut to a year later. He's working as a teacher. He's doing some weird stretchy stuff in in the classroom to entertain kids and stuff. And he's
then the teacher walks in and he's like, "Don't do that."
And he's like, "Please don't do that. We've had complaints." And it's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then I think that. I think that you have a genuine crash out in the staff room where he kills that guy.
I think he fucking kills that guy, but he kills that guy in a way that blows up the staff room.
Grenade.
Nothing sciencey. Just he drops a frag grenade.
I've stored a grenade in my ear. Watch.
He's just got a frag grenade that he's put in his sticky little belly button.
Yeah.
He pulls.
Yeah, or like, yeah, I think he gets so mad that he starts like building a fucking bomb in the chemistry lab.
Like, he storms out of the break room and then he goes to the chemistry lab and he's literally like creating a mini atom bomb or something.
Or even better, he's making another version. He's making like a purposefully shit version of the teleporter. And that he just blows up on purpose.
I think he would just try, like, he's attempting to make a really makeshift portal version to the negative zone just to get that teacher out of the building.
Mm.
And then he accidentally ends up doing that, but also blowing himself up in the process.
My only thing against maybe it being blowing up anything, because blowing up is from the comics, which is cool.
Yeah.
I think that you could have a much more brutal and fucked up fight sequence between an average guy and a guy who can infinitely stretch, including like filling your lungs with his fingers.
Yeah, fair play. I like
where
that.
Where he just like into his mouth, and then he's like...
It's like the Superman... Spoilers for the Superman movie. It's like how Lex Luthor just tries to literally...
Yeah, or like he could like
suffocate
or like
Superman.
He could like put his hand out, his fingers like grow out, like, and he restrains the teacher like this.
It's like a bowling ball.
And then he can just flex and break it.
Or it's like a bowling ball. He just finds every single crevice.
Yeah, and just
to put his hands in.
Yeah. There are ways that could get like...
nasty.
And I think that you could have like a crash out that becomes like a big just murder in the staff room. I think
there's got to be a way.
Front of the school.
There's got to be a way that he gets to that point where he ends up in the negative zone. Like I think he's got to end up in the way we do it with the whole he goes to space and he finds that group of people and then he starts making the perfect city or whatever. Has got to come from the negative zone. Or something.
Well, I think that what you could do then is that, like, he probably still has a version of the teleporter in his parents' garage.
Yeah.
That's still there. And so that's like, the next stop.
I think it's literally like, he kills the teacher, he drives home, it's still home, and you hear maybe, like, the dad upstairs being, like, just like, chatting shit to him as soon as he gets through the door. He goes straight to the garage. He just turns on the portal. He goes to the other dimension.
Or he like very quickly is making like quick modifications for stuff.
Yeah, and then he just fucks off.
Yeah, and he's gone.
And then I think you do a jump cut of he finds...
Maybe that's where the time jump is instead. So
I think the time jump... Well, I think there has to be a time jump of him going to the school.
Well, he could honestly, you could do it that he has a plan after being rejected. He goes to the school just to kill the teacher for the sake of it.
Right.
Like, he's snapped.
I prefer it's more that this is, like, we're really pushing him to his last resort.
Yeah.
So he has that tragic moment with the, like, final, like, oh, this team is crumbling moment.
Yeah.
Then he has, oh, maybe there's some hope as a teacher. Maybe I can teach the next generation to not be miserable pieces of shit moment. Then that fails. Then you have...
Well, fuck it, I'll start again.
Well, fuck it, I'll start again elsewhere.
Interesting.
And then he goes through the portal, and then he creates.
Well, I think you then have to kind of cut.
City.
I think you then have to swap over to like Sue's perspective.
Yeah, I think you do a big cut where it's like, okay, he vanishes.
Yeah.
Sue Storm perspective. The next time you see the Maker is as the Maker, but it's like an Avengers level threat that has come to Earth.
Yeah, I think like
through Sue Storm's perspective.
I think that what happens is that you have
also I think Ben and Sue should be married by now.
Sure.
Where it's literally like it's the Fantastic Two, essentially.
Yeah.
It's the dynamic duo.
Are we bothering with the Ben turning back into being human with his new powers thing?
I think it's really interesting in the comics when you can cover things quite slowly.
With this, it would be able to just be...
With this, I think it's more they just happen to have a nice relationship with each other.
Yeah.
Be it platonic, where it's like, we are the last two friends of this friend group, or if it's marriage.
And then,
either or. It doesn't really matter, because it's the same kind of bond, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
almost.
And then we have, like, the city, the giant dome city thing appear in Central Park.
Yeah.
And
they're maybe just walking in Central Park, and then the dome city appears, and then it's only revealed at the.
The Dr. Pepper didn't want to live anymore.
Strike. Strike.
All I think about is suicide.
Yeah, he just says that again. To Sue. It's like, we're happily married. And then he's like, I think about suicide.
Yeah. You know, Sue, I don't think about suicide.
Growth.
Character arc. Yeah. No, I quite like that it's like, oh, it's an alien entity thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where
it's like, almost like, oh my god,
it's
what
more
the
the
fuck
surprise
is that?
of that, of like, what's going on, and then the reveal of the Maker.
Well, because I think the Maker probably comes out of the thing, reveals himself as just the Maker.
Yeah.
And is like, I'm going to make the world better.
Especially because the way he works in the comics is that you do not have
his entire face.
His entire face shown, and he's literally like, he looks alien because he has the rest of his head.
And him basically coming being like, I'm going to bring a gift to you people.
Yeah.
It's the gift of knowledge and technology, but I need you all
to submit.
Because this won't work if you continue to think you're independent.
Mm.
And then being like, well, obviously no.
Mm.
And I think you have like the military. I think you then have to
This also makes a lot more sense with the 2015 version because they already are conscripted by the military.
Yeah.
So that's old connections.
The problem that I have with the TV thing is that I don't think we have enough time. I think a full movie for this.
Because this feels like a TV special that is 1 hour 30 minutes.
Because this 2 hours, sure. Because like otherwise you're.
I don't think this is a 2 hour.
Because otherwise
I think this is a 1 hour 30 movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So it is basically a TV special that's maybe a bit longer.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise we were entering the last 20 minutes and he's only just appeared.
How long is the Punisher one going to be?
I think that's meant to be an hour, but that's probably going to. Well, you don't have to set up who the Punisher is.
But also they've set up who the Punisher is,
and they've set up what he's going to be doing. Yeah, this is essentially just the
Punisher with a little bit more. A 1 hour 20, a 1 hour 30.
Yeah. So
I think it's more than fair with what we've done. I think what we've done is essentially like 60 minutes.
Probably 50. And
it's like 55 to 60 runtime, roughly what we've said.
Yeah, and then we've got I think we've got another half an hour.
Yeah, there's like a solid half an hour.
You need like the military to attempt to do stuff.
Yeah,
you need like
this is essentially a lot of action and then a reveal. Yeah, is what we're talking about now.
I think that there's a big fight with Sue and Ben against the Maker.
Yeah.
Where they kind of hold their own for a bit, and then it suddenly dawns on them that they are like fucked.
Yeah,
and I think that part of it they're probably assuming that it's Victor. Would be the way that I would frame it,
but that wouldn't work because Ben has definitively killed Victor. I would say that it's just an alien threat.
Yeah,
and there seems to be just a guy.
Yeah.
And a little bit of this is Sue Storm and Ben going like, fuck, well, we haven't got Reed. Because Reed killed himself. Is their belief. And then we haven't got Johnny because Johnny died.
Yeah. It's just us.
And now it's just
us.
And
there are no X-Men.
And there are no X-Men because we are not technically connected to the Days of Future Past world, even though the execs wanted this to happen. And unfortunately, that means no Magneto, even though Magneto would have been a better villain in my opinion.
But like,
anyway.
Yeah. And then, like, the reveal being that it's Reed. And him being like...
He takes off the mask.
I think he takes the mask off, and he's like, guys, it's me, it's fine. We don't have to fight anymore.
Yeah. If anything, like,
I think he's like,
not looking...
Yeah.
I think something with the comics is that the comics can get away with him being like, I've managed to become jaded off screen.
Oh, and I've
works
spent thousands,
less than you need like a Miles Teller to be like, no, this is just the correct option. Can you just work with me here?
Yeah.
And then being like, no, you're literally asking us to sacrifice humanity's free will so that your contraptions can work. And you have a historical background of things backfiring around you.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what I would do in the fight?
Right.
I would have him like fire something off that just fucking depowers the thing.
I think that would be also the darkest version of that possible because the Thing has always wanted to not have those powers. And the Maker is like the ultimate form of Reed Richards and he is able to come up with a solution, but the only way that he can conceive of using it is to weaponize it.
Yeah.
Rather than to help his friend.
And then,
so that's great. Yeah,
and then also being like,
the
and also
thing
being like,
from
oh
the
my god, what
equation
did you do? And you'd be like, I kept my promise. And it's like, well,
yeah.
And it's like the pain of like, well, yes and no. Like, this is a
and
fucked
everyone
up,
knowing that he's like, he knows that he's doing wrong. She knows that he's doing wrong. And yet he's still technically like correct by like the most technicality version of that possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you go, is that he depowers the thing. I think he depowers both of them. I think he cures
I would say that the beat is more the thing.
Yeah.
And then Sue is maybe like, she has a moment, then gets depowered.
Yeah. And then he's like, I did it.
Yeah. I said I was going to cure us.
And now...
I've cured almost all of us. Obviously, Johnny's dead.
Yeah, but I'm working... But even like being like, but I'm working on that. It's like a fucked up little...
and he's also not quite getting like, no, they've now mourned the loss of someone.
Yeah.
You can't just bring someone back from the dead.
And I think that's the kind of fucked up ending, is that like, he's like, but by the time I'm done, I will get to pick who gets to live and die.
Yeah, and it's just like, and he's literally going like, see, this is why you're not allowed free will, because you keep on just saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's great. I think that's the ending.
Yeah.
And then I guess he goes to Young Avengers at some point.
Well, I think
that this is kind of like this is establishment of him in that universe.
Yeah. Because I think in the Young Avengers we had it that they transported over to that universe to see the aftermath of all of this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
I think we've got it.
Yeah.
I think we do.
And then I think you maybe do one post-credit scene where he sees the time runs out incursion event, and he is halfway through building a raft on his own.
Yeah.
And so I think with that, you get the, whatever the city's called, existing in his canon. Yeah, Megalopolis. Existing in his canon. But the main thing that he's bringing to the table by Doomsday is the raft.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and I think we had it that version, that his raft has the Young Avengers as stowaways on there that he doesn't know about yet.
Right. Okay. Or at least that makes sense by the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some Doctor Doom.
Suddenly Doctor Doom.
Hello, I've got my team. British Doctor Doom.
Robert Downey Jr. plays a British geezer.
Alright
lads, it's me, Doom.
It's Robert Downey Jr. doing his Sherlock accent.
Discombobulate.
What if that's what he's doing for Doomsday?
Doomcombobulate.
What if he's British Downey Jr. for Doomsday? Don't. All right. Should we get into predictions?
Predictions for first
right,
steps.
Ru. We're doing predictions.
You want
for
to predict
the movie.
First steps?
Oh, okay.
You want to be involved? Come.
How is this
All
working?
Right, so I'll just swap the microphone.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
so number one.
Yeah. What's your prediction?
No. It's a question I'm going to ask the group.
Oh God.
Are they winning or losing at the end?
They're
of this movie?
losing at the end of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're losing.
Man. They're losing at the end of the movie.
Okay. Losing. Interesting.
I've seen the Time Runs Out comic.
And what does that? What does losing mean to you?
A loss.
For them, not for you, not for you. Like, do you mean like their Earth is destroyed?
I think their Earth is destroyed. They're the last people on their version of a raft.
Okay.
They get to the 616 universe. That is like the rising action moment of the Doomsday.
Okay.
Episode. Doomsday film.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
it's simple, isn't it? It's just maths. Especially because you've seen the rocket. You've seen the rocket in that Thunderbolts end credits. That rocket is their raft.
I think that there's a possibility that like their world gets destroyed, but they have like teleported most of the people of their Earth away to somewhere else.
But like there's a definitive there is a 616 rocket by the end of Thunderbolts. So there has to be some sort of raft adjacent story.
That is, but there is the possibility that there's a different reason for them traveling.
Ru straight up dancing. I think that means she's got a point.
Reason for, what?
Oh wait, no, she's just listening to music.
I'm listening to the new Kesha album while I'm doing this interview.
Fair enough.
Fair play.
Okay. The next one is: are we seeing Doctor Doom in the movie without?
I've got a question.
Oh, no, let me ask.
No. I've got a question. It's more important. Okay. Right. So out of all of the characters, which one is the most likely to have a $ halfway through their name?
What?
Kesha.
No, I mean in the Fantastic Four, right? If what like Sue Storm with a $
$?
I'm losing it.
I love my favorite video game first-person shooter.
Fine,
$.
fine, you do your thing. You do your thing then.
$Stein was the scientist, not
I'm
the
gonna kill.
monster.
I'm feeling like
And
Ben
this is why-
Grimm right now. I'm
yeah.
feeling sus.
This is why I asked the questions. Right. So, are we getting Doctor Doom in this movie? Yes or no? This is not counting post
End credits.
It's like, okay, so end credits only. What do you think?
Maybe in like a flashback.
I really think they don't have the Robert Downey Jr. money, and secondly,
Well, yeah, because that's not legal tender.
right, sure, okay. I think they're saving him for Doomsday,
Right.
and at best there's an end credits.
I 100% think there's an end credit scene with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but
that would have
there
been
is
filmed
no
on
in
set.
the
There was-
runtime of the movie.
Yeah.
He's there. There is an end credits.
I
with Doctor
reckon
Doom.
there's probably at least one like allusion to Latveria or Victor Von Doom in the movie.
At a
he's
minimum,
not
some version of Doom's arc is established in
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. I feel like they may even nod to the concept of Latveria existing
Yeah.
in Fantastic Four, but there is no on-screen Doom until an end credit.
Okay. Next. Oh,
They're saving Doom for Doomsday. Would you say they're Doomsday prepping?
They're Doom stupid.
Also, now I have a
No.
question.
No.
If Mr.
There will be
Fantastic was-
ambassador of there will be an ambassador of Latveria in the plot, maybe.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Now, this is a question that's been eating at us for about like
God.
72 whole hours. That's wrong.
Wait, 72
Not
hours.
72 hours.
Is
But
it less than 72?
I diluted.
Right.
Diluted.
Just say the words,
Say
bro.
the question.
Would Mr. Fantastic be able to turn himself inside out?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The answer is yes.
You know what? Fine. The answer is yes.
Okay,
Are you
that's
happy
good.
now?
Yeah, I am.
Are you
actually.
happy
I
now?
am
I don't
actually happy
agree
now.
with myself, but I'll say the words.
That's not
I agree with the
No,
part.
I'll say what you want so that this is over. But
Right.
go on, talk
Okay.
about Fantastic Four's, because audience listeners, these two have been talking about Fantastic Four's Mr. Fantastic's penis for 2 days
I don't
straight.
know.
They've
I
been
just
talking about
think
his
that-
penis for 2 days straight, and I've had to listen to this.
I just think that he would have a really hard time jerking off. Okay, and I just think,
and I think he would actually have an easier
look,
job. Of
I
jerking
would,
off,
I would
personally.
I would give them MC. They won't do this, but I would give the MCU Fantastic Four
Especially
an
if it's
automatic
Pedro
like
Pascal
100%.
working out how to jack off.
No, not Pedro Pascal working out how to jack off. Though that would like the
Admit-
numbers
cinema.
would shoot through the
Cinema.
roof if they did that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking. I just think Johnny at one point should just be like, like,
Hey, man, how does your
how do
penis
you,
work?
Yeah, how does your penis work? But I just feel like someone out
the
there has
family-friendly
got to
movie.
put like tweet or whatever at some point.
Someone's got to tweet at Pedro Pascal and at the Human Torch. How
At
that thing work?
At Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm, and just be like, your sex life must be fucking horrifying. Like,
Yeah, man.
They
Thank
like.
God it all takes place in the 60s, so they don't have Twitter, so none of that
they
can
ever
happen.
made
True.
like a home sex tape or something.
I don't.
This is what
want-
I bring to the family.
I don't.
guys.
Yeah, this is why we don't invite you. Okay, next question.
Real talk.
Are we seeing the Council of Reeds at all?
I don't think
In
so.
this movie, no.
Interesting. Not even
Do
as
you
like
genuinely believe that was going to happen?
I think there's a. I don't think it's a high chance of it happening.
I think there's a 5% chance by the end of Secret Wars that you might have seen that.
I could see him.
It's not happening in
I could
this
see
movie.
him as part of.
It just
Hold
thematically
on,
doesn't
hold
even
on.
work. No.
Wait,
you
no.
talking? Not allowed.
I think I could see him like in part of his trying to figure out how to stop Galactus, looking for like any possibility. Not actually being able to go to other universes, but building the first version of the gateway, which is just communication to other worlds,
Right.
and having the like. So what did you guys do? And then them all being like, well, we gave up our son, obviously.
I
and that being...
really don't think that's a thing.
I don't know. If
I
they
think
would fit that into
that's
the
too
film.
much. That's too much.
Yeah.
Like at best, maybe a version of that with the Maker. Maybe if they really were going down
I
that
feel
path,
like
because
if-
that would be how they would establish that. But even then, I doubt it. But like the only conceivable version I can think of is a really condensed version of that with one character.
I think if they were going to do that with a condensed version, they would use the original Fantastic Four actor for that.
Sure, but like they've done that. They've done that beat with Doctor Strange. They've done that type of multiverse beat. It doesn't fit the dynamic that they've got in this movie.
Right. But then we have to okay, so then
it just doesn't work.
For their reasoning for
if they do it, I'll be upset.
For their reasoning for
genuinely.
coming to 616 after this movie or whatever.
Oh, right.
What is the reason for changing universe?
I don't know.
Speculate.
I don't think they're picking 616.
You think they're just being sent there?
I think they're doing a Hail Mary because they're fucked and they are just driving somewhere.
Yeah.
That makes more sense just for, like, film momentum. Like, the Council of Reed Richards thing is an arc in a comic book.
Right.
It essentially would have the same runtime as, like, a 45-minute TV episode.
Right.
If you were to do it beat for beat, literally. And it just would not work as a 5 to 10 minute sequence in that kind of movie. So if they do it, it's wrong. It's the wrong call.
Interesting.
That's my opinion.
Interesting.
So, like, if there is a world where Tom is right, it's an upsetting world.
That's just your opinion on anything.
Yeah.
That's like the trailer for this podcast.
Every time he's like, I think they should do Avengers versus X-Men right now. I'm like, no. Wait a bit.
No, that's just because you've been too literal on what Avengers versus X-Men is.
No, even if it's a rehashed version, no.
They're literally going to do that though. So wait,
Avengers and the X-Men having one fight for 10 minutes in Doomsday does not count.
It does count.
Does not count as Avengers versus X-Men is a very specific.
So you know how I said you were being very particular about that one turn of phrase? That's what I mean. Is it obviously they are not doing...
I do not accept defeat.
Obviously.
I do not accept defeat. I do not accept being wrong.
Tom wasn't referring to what you think it's not.
No, because I remember this conversation.
Yeah, I remember this conversation too, and I remember both of you misunderstanding each other for 10 minutes.
You see, the only thing is...
It means the Avengers and the X-Men standing opposite.
But he was being like, and that is an adaptation. I'm like, no.
I never said it was an adaptation.
At one point in that conversation,
no, I
you
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't. I said they were doing a...
Anyway, if they fight, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah. That's all that they're planning. I knew that was what they were planning on doing.
Right.
Since they started like doing the stuff with the Marvels. That's what that end credit scene is about.
Oh yeah.
Is like forcing
Anyway, Beast is there, yeah.
Yeah, it's forcing the Avengers to fight the X-Men at some point for some reason.
For about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, anyway.
Because I need to see what those powers look like when they fight.
What's the next question? What you got?
I just want iBoy. You know what?
Your iBoy kind of slaps.
The most. This is the reason I don't listen to the podcast.
No iBoy.
You haven't had an episode on iBoy.
That's true. We have never had an episode on iBoy.
Yeah.
You know what? If we have a season 4 ever,
there's no
iBoy.
4. It's gone.
I'll start my own podcast with blackjack and hookers and iBoy.
Ru can just do a Freaky Feige special edition.
I'll do a Saturday Night Drive episode, but the episode which is about
insane.
It's about
insane.
No, listen to me. It's about cars doing a podcast about Marvel, and that episode that they're doing the podcast about is iBoy.
It's Freaky Car Day in the Sack Car Day.
But one of you has to be Mater, and it's not going to be me.
What?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah, okay. And I'll be the British one. The Michael Caine car. Does it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I can do it.
Oi, boy.
Grab. Right. What's your next question then?
Do you think the film's going to be good?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think it'll be and even if it's not good, it'll be fun.
Yeah, man.
Because we've already seen them.
Pedro Pascal is hot.
Everyone
in that movie is hot. Therefore, the movie will at least be a 6 out of 10.
There's a phenomenon that my old college roommates and I coined, which is called Charlie's Angelsing it. Because back when the I forget her name, Elizabeth something, the Cocaine Bear director.
Right, her.
Elizabeth Windsor, the Queen of England.
Yeah.
When Elizabeth Windsor, the Queen of England, put out the new Charlie's Angels and we watched it, it was such a fucking dogshit movie. However, every actor in that movie was hot. And so I remember me and my partner at the time and I think just like every one of our gay flatmates sitting around being like, you know what, this movie is shit, but at least the women are hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, genuinely,
so
like,
I have a feeling that even if this movie is
bad,
bad,
mid-ass movie look great.
It will. I'll Charlie's Angels it because Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn are in it.
And Silver Surfer. Let's not forget the Chrome Queen.
Right, like genuinely,
the Chrome Queen. Calm down.
I think we've all lost it.
No, I've found it.
What do you mean you found it? Define finding it.
So the other thing is Galactus.
You didn't define finding it.
The last thing I want to ask.
No. I'm not letting you talk until you define finding it.
I found the purpose of life.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
That's enough.
So So obviously, this Galactus design is very different from the gas
the Rise
clouds,
of the Silver Surfer.
Rise of the fucking fart cloud.
What, Rising the Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
Right now?
Is it the same Galactus or not?
No.
I hope not.
Why would it be the same Galactus?
Because in comics, Galactus is one being across the whole universe.
I don't sure in the comics, but like, why would we be like, oh yeah, and also they're real? Oh, I guess the Human Torch is real by Deadpool and Wolverine standards.
And part of what I'm getting at with that is that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if something that's somewhat important is the idea of like characters that don't have any multiverse variants at all. So like your America Chavez, your Galactus, for example, or not your Wanda Maximoff, but the Scarlet Witch itself does not have any variants.
Right. So the answer to that is that just no, because the vibes are off.
Right.
Yeah, they can do better.
Literally, they can do better, and they are doing better. And there's no yes, there are rules.
Are we getting a tragic
backstory?
There are rules in
world building, but you can just fucking change it.
Yeah.
The retcons are sometimes good.
I'm a big fan of disregarding the comic. I'm a big fan of separating the comics from the cinematic.
I quite like the idea that there is only one Galactus
in the comic. Yeah,
no. Even in the Fantastic Four and the 616 world. And you can just say that Galactus existed in the Fox universe. The Fox universe is kind of irrelevant now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. So that was what I was asking.
So specifically, that Fantastic Four one technically exists because the Human Torch exists in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because that Galactus is somewhere in a different universe fucking off with the Silver Surfer of that universe.
Mm. And I've talked about this before.
And then otherwise there can be a Galactus that exists in multiple universes.
I genuinely hate the idea of, well, actually, the movie universe and the comic universes are part of the same multiverse. Fuck that. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They can't be, because there's no variants of America Chavez in the MCU.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense.
And there is an America Chavez in the comics, which then means that they cannot be, like...
Also, respectfully, like, they're both called 616.
Yeah, but they use that then as their argument for why it can't be 616, and they use the Earth 199999 thing.
Yeah, well,
because that came from.
Do you know what?
Yeah, it's.
Do you know what my response to that is?
You'll grow up.
Have a shower.
Grow up.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Touch grass. Yeah.
Like, touch grass.
I'm right on the nerd conversation.
Exactly.
You are not.
Exactly. That's how nerd conversation should go.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because it's all fucking fictional.
Yeah.
It's vibes based, and if anyone tells you that it's a technicality thing, fuck off.
Right.
It's a vibes-based thing.
It is vibes.
It's vibes.
And the vibes are, there are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie.
Hey, which one?
In
Fantastic Four.
Four.
Yeah. One of them's Doom.
One of them will be Doom.
Minimum.
The other one will probably be a joke of some kind.
Yeah.
That might be my guess.
Unless the emotional beat of that.
The credits are
so
midway
bad.
through rolling. And then suddenly, like, the few people who haven't run to the bathroom see the screen, and then it, like, lights up on whatever their living room or whatever it is. Yeah. Or they're in the spacecraft, and it's, like, road trip vibes. And then Johnny turns to Mr. Fantastic, and he's like, so how do you jerk off?
God damn it. That's it. Okay.
End the podcast.
So...
Thank you, Mr. Feige. And then I jump out of the elevator and fall down the shaft.
Oh my god, you fall
Ru's
down
dead?
the shaft?
Ru's dead in the universe, bro.
The shaft of Mr. Fantastic's penis. like a fireman pole.
Say that again.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Feige.
Kevin, we don't endorse the behavior of that.
We'll see you.
Person.
We'll see you at the premiere that we won't be going to, but we will be going to a different. We'll
see you on the TV, Mr. Kevin, Mr. Feige.
Yeah.
And then we'll go touch grass somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. It is raining in the UK.
It's raining in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, we're not in the UK in this fictional world. We're in Mr. Feige's office, which is probably in America.
It's in all.
Actually, the canon of Freaky Feige.
Actually, it's a country constant that built at the MCU building.
Great glass elevator.
There are different.
End the fucking
there
podcast
are different
now.
outside.
Great glass elevator has been mentioned. End the podcast now. I don't want to think about that.
There are different Marvel Studios buildings across the globe on the outside.
And Mr. Feige is omnipotent?
No, but the second you step into the building, it's the same building in all countries.
Right.
So
I'm glad that we covered that for all the Freaky Feige heads out there who are getting annoyed
confused about why we're British.
At the canon consistency.
Yeah.
Now, we could have explained that by our characters live in America but are British.
Who does that?
But you know what? Tom has decided that actually there is an entire connected universe of Marvel offices in this world.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
We went to a different universe in another episode.
Yeah, and that made more sense than what... Anyway.
I can excuse multiversal travel, but I cannot excuse teleportation.
It's time to go.
It is time to leave.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Really did make
Shut
this
the fuck
episode.
up! Goodbye. Say goodbye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.